Hey guys, welcome to ESL TV for the EPS Germany Winter 2014 Grand Final Series. Kicking off the playoffs, I'm Jason Kaplan, joined by the lovely Pansy. How are you doing today?
Really excited to be casting CSGO. It feels like it's been a lifetime, but pretty good start-off game as well. I've got to say that if there's any way to get me right back into the action, this is certainly a good way to be doing it. So, yeah, very excited.
Yeah, first game. It's going to be an epic one, hopefully. We have PKD, the reigning champions from last season, going up against dotpiXels, who kind of re-qualified back through after losing out in the second group in Group B. And I believe we're actually kicking off the game here in just a second because it already has started. We had kind of had a little bit of trouble in the beginning, and we didn't want to have to kind of fill forever. So let's go and drop you straight into game here and see how this one is going to kick off as well. Here, as I put a little bit of game audio in there. And Lauren, why don't you take us through what you're seeing already?
Well, we are into the pistol round, and it looks like the CT side will be PKD and dotpiXels will be on the T side, and already we're seeing the CT side actually picking up the pistol. So nicely done very early on for PKD. They'd definitely be looking for this one. Let's stay on board with the last two remaining for dotpiXels. As Skyen and Tassin are left alive. Looking like they're going to try and get through mid, but Troubley has found Skyen, and now Tassin left in 1v4. If he can get anything, that wouldn't be too bad, but he might just want to save a little bit of that armor. But not to be the case, as Troubley will pick him up. And first round goes to PKD. Yeah,
and of course, guys, you can always vote over, or you could have voted for this game, and you can vote for the next over at CSGO Lounge as well, where currently 85% of the people out there think PKD are going to win this one. And I think if we were to be honest with each other, we kind of would assume PKD are the favorites in this one. Maybe not that kind of margin, but considering their past history, considering the lineup that they do have, a very strong team here, and dotpiXels have a lot to prove coming into this one.
Yeah, they certainly do, and let's see what they can bring up into this one. And obviously, this is going to be the first time I'm going to be seeing the new CZ nerf, so I'm not going to be surprising a lot of Tech 9s in the case, a couple of Deagles as well, and that's exactly what we are seeing, a P250 for Crispy. But they are going back in with the armor, so looking like they want to try at least something the T side now, working through mid again. And last time, they got kind of caught up in those lower B tunnels. This time, they've got 3 players there, so looking to maybe adapt a little around. But I'm curious to see how well those Tech 9s do on this sort of stage.
Yeah, very true. I've actually been using it quite a bit lately, and it's fun to use when you can strafe left and right and spray without really too much of a penalty here. But as you can see, Stavros can be holding on towards his A site here from his ramp. And will be taken down here by Syken right off the bat here. Charlie picking up one onto TDNI, though. Over towards, I believe, along A, and on the push, it's still coming in towards the A flag here, but looks like they're going to start to rotate over. Crispy picking up another kill on the Troubley as well, and that has given them the bomb site almost, but the bomb, where is it?
Yeah, but this is a great pistol round coming out from the T side. They've picked up 2 kills already. They're probably going to get a plant here. This is pretty much everything they'll want on this, and look how locked out the CT side is. They're going to struggle to get back into this one. Alex has a bit of a chance on long, but the P250 isn't exactly bad at range, and now Strugs is going to be struggling, and Nex is kind of left on long again with that Famous, so I kind of feel bad here, but actually Nex might have a chance to turn this one back into PKD's favor, and losing out on this a bit of a turn of events will be absolutely disastrous for PKD. And let's see what they can do here.
Dex picks up one here. He's got a couple more to pick up, though, if he wants to secure this. He does get the kill on the Taliesin, and now he's going to be going for the diffuser. He does not have a kit, though, as he picks one up towards Rampa Jin. In a one-on-one situation, he could pull this off. He gets taken down by Nex last second, but it doesn't matter. The bomb's going to go off. They get the kill either way, and that was an eco round. They invested a lot into it, picking up the pistols and armor, but it worked out so brilliantly.
Yeah, it definitely did, and you can see the CT side a little bit strapped for cash now. You know, we're going to see those 5.7s come into play, something I'm also looking forward to seeing at this sort of point. Some players obviously sticking with the 5.7 all the way through, happy enough to do so, but, you know, it's the first time we'll be seeing them really try it out at this sort of point without the CZ to back it up. The T side now got those rifles. I can imagine we'll be looking at maybe an A play, but it looks like PKD have that in mind, stacking 3 players on long and seeing what they can do.
You can see Troubley, though, going to rotate back around towards the middle here. And of course, you know, PKD, they're running with the new man, their team, Elixir. They had CLY last season when they did win. And obviously not going to have them this time with the recent, you know, vacation wave that's been happening. But either way, Tony, Syken pushing through lower B. And Nex is actually pushed straight into him, picks up a fantastic shot on it. Tony does take him down here and potentially can net them a gun, but Syken can be protecting it. Troubley just trying to buy his time, maybe trying to rotate around towards A here, which the push and will be coming in on. Crispy going to bring up the bomb from spawn here. And Stavros inside sight. Let's see if he can pull off the shot.
Stavros P250 in hand comes out, does get the first, nicely done there, playing the time perfectly, but Crispy will put him down, but still a 3v2. We might even see this going back again into the favor of the team who is on those pistol rounds, but still, Crispy moves in, does get another on long. That's Alex down, and now 2v2 Skyen and Crispy. Please don't give me another Cali moment, Troubley. Don't make me do it. There's now, he is moving in towards the site, one on ramp, he does spot him out. And does move in. Troubley gets the kill towards Crispy and now looking for the follow-up towards Sky and gets it. We've seen 2 pistols now being turned against the odds. And, you know, they said the CZ was OP. What about, what about the new guns? That's pretty nicely done there. You know, credit where it's due. PKD proving they can do just as well as dotpiXels.
So true. And to me, it's so nice to see refreshing 5.7s.
I missed them.
Yeah, I've always used them because I for some reason could never use a CZ, but to finally see the 5.7s being used and really showing their true power, considering the recent nerfs, is so fantastic. And now they're going to be going for the buy up here, but again, over on the other side, not investing into armor this time. dotpiXels not going to be going for any sort of buy up here, just going for the P250s. And let's see if they can actually make a push anywhere. They have 3 men pushing towards B, 2 men pushing towards middle here. Let's see if they can pull anything off. And oh my god, so this is a best of 3 here. First map is D2, second is Inferno, which was chosen by PKD. And third map, if we do need it, will be on Mirage. And you know, you and I were looking at the results a little bit earlier on, and we saw dotpiXels actually push Mouse Sports to 21-17 on Cash.
It's a nice little mid to be here. A bit of a cheap one, hence why, you know, they're getting kind of mowed down. But it was a nice little idea to come through with, and Tony now executing in towards B, but we did see Nex holding it down and gets the triple. So it was a nice idea. I'm surprised they didn't go for an all-in straight away, as it was, you know, they didn't have any armor, just P250s, but, you know, a nice little mid to be. And that's what I'm looking out for, because I remember seeing the execution from the likes of Mouse Sports absolutely on point on this map. It used to be kind of a staple diet for most German teams, does too. And I love their mid to B plays, and it's so nicely done sometimes. But now, finally, we get to see the T side back on a buy. So they've got, you know, the full armor, you know, enough grenades to get them through, enough flashes and such. We are seeing Tarsin with that smoke, so we'll have to see where he goes with it, see if he's going to go for that mid to B play, or if he's just going to take a time, try and work an opening pick, and Crispy's done just that.
Well, Stavros actually pushed straight up through middle here, so getting punished for being too aggressive, and that's a little bit of play here by dotpiXels. Does open up a man advantage here in this round. And they also have 3 men still working through tunnels, and 2 men towards the top of mid here. But Troubley, sitting on Catwalk, Elixir, trying to watch towards Long A here. But they know something's up. You can see just on the minimap, everyone's already focused in or funneled in towards this middle area. They know something's going to go down soon. And this is so surprising considering, like, they're leaving B completely open. I mean, Nex is finally starting to back away a little bit, but push is going to come in towards A. Right now, PKD have read into this perfectly.
I'm surprised he still went for the A. They got the pick on mid, and Struggs is proving a reason as to why. He's picked up 2 already, make it a 3rd. Perfectly dominating, and the 4th. God. Nicely done to Struggs there, locking it down, and that's the first real gun round in the bag of PKD. I'm very surprised they didn't try that maybe mid-play. As taking down Stavros, you saw there was only one player at B then, but maybe fancying their chances towards short, but still, the double stack on short coming from the CT side just paid off perfectly. Yeah, they lost a player, but the almost triple quad pickup then coming in for them, absolutely stunning. And
have a big push coming out towards Long A here. As you can see, 1 Tech 9, a couple of P250s pushing with the flashbangs as well. Elixir has the op, but looks like he might be taken down here. It looks like he will not secure 1 with Troubley coming in from the side to help out here. Elixir will finally secure 1. They will stop this push from coming in. Now Crispy and Tossin, the last 2 remaining, gonna try to push in with some P250s. Tossin did take down Troubley. Crispy, he won't be able to do anything like that here as Elixir does secure another kill, picking up his 3rd of the round. And now we have a 5-1 scoreline here for PKD. dotpiXels, they showed, you know, a lot of life in that 2nd round, you know, securing that one after losing the pistol. But right now, they have to be able to win the gun rounds. That's what's going to be key here. Yeah,
but bearing in mind, they've really only had 1 shot at a proper gun round. As they kind of disrupted the economy in the normal way we see it going down, they had the early investment coming through, and that got changed over. So it's a weird format right now for them. They're just settling back into how we kind of expect to see this map played out. So they're back on the buy. They have enough with them this time. No AWP still in play. Maybe just not got the cash for it just yet. But the standard setup still. I can assume Tony will be working through mid. He's been holding long every now and then. We've seen Tarsin holding long as well, generally working through eventually. And last time this amounted in that push towards short, which kind of got halted rather abruptly by the triple coming in. However, they don't have the double stack on short this time, the CT side. So I wonder if they're going to go for it again. I'm just looking for that first pick here.
And I'm actually really curious about Troubley, who honestly doesn't have the money for... Well, actually, no, he does have a gun, just a glitch on our end. But I was actually wondering what he was going to do for this one. He's going to be boosted up in CT. There's 5 men stacked up in middle here, so they could be going for a mid to B in just a few seconds. They do have the smoke on Jin, but they're just waiting. 45 seconds to go on the clock. CT being smoked off, and they're going to start to push out here. They're looking for maybe a kill or 2. They have 2 men to their left and 1 man to their right here. As you see, Nex waiting for his moment to shine. And look at the kills coming in. A fantastic flash to open that one up with, but Crispy picking up 1 on the Nex. And now Elixir just waiting for that cheeky maybe rotate towards Catwalk here, but Tossin has pushed in towards that B site. He does have the bomb on him as well. Strux, he says no to that one. And Crispy now the last man standing with the AK with 6 HP. With a flashbang, get taken down. So now 6-1 here. And, you know, Lauren, it seems like dotpiXels, like they went for a big push towards middle. They're not really going for much splits. I'm really curious. Is this them just warming up right now? I would hope not.
I don't think it was bad. You know, they just ran into Nex. He wasn't fully flashed. He got to turn around in time. I don't know why they didn't put more strain on the player playing on B ramp, but you know, it's down to the team to kind of weigh up the pros and cons of this one. We will be seeing them pushing in towards long again, and that Tech 9 is coming to effect. Tony's running with it as well. Sky getting the kill with the rifle, so good to get a kill towards him. But Trouble is still out long though, so could have caused a problem, but goes down. So now 3v2. It looks like dotpiXels and Near are more competent on then half by Near on ecos than they are on the full gun rounds, but still. It seems to be working out well for them this time. They've only got Nex to find, but bearing in mind, Nex has played absolutely perfectly to this point. And I want to see what he can do here. Let's have a little stay on board with him and see exactly how he intends to work this one out. It's a 1v3. They've got him enough money to hit him to allow to go for this, and he does get Skyen down. Spots the second. Oh, beautiful play from Nex! And again, these rounds are so close, but PKD just seemed to come out a little bit on top in these kind of individual player moments. And dotpiXels broke through on long with a Tech 9 and a Galil, basically. That was brilliant. But I'm surprised they gave Nex so much room to breathe then, to come in and pick up two, both peaking like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's now at 13-2 from that one. A fantastic bit of play out of him, and I agree with you. I'm really curious why dotpiXels kind of just let him walk straight from catwalk into sight and had so many men peeking him at the same time. But either way, that's all in hindsight here. dotpiXels now fighting for their second round here of this first half as they do send 4 men towards long A. I think they realize, we've been successful in taking long A, so why not keep hitting that?
Yeah, but look at the stack out from the CT side in mid. I don't think they expected the stack on long, or they're happy to hold from ranges. They now have at least the double AWP in play, so I guess they're going to put one with the AWP maybe in mid, or they're going to go a bit of a Chris J style and double stack him on short. Not too sure, but now that hold on long might come through. But while that's all happened, the T side have kind of worked their way back through towards mid, so maybe drawing a player away, and that's what they'd want here. So already a player picked up on long. That's Jin doing the work with the AWP there. So nicely started out by the T side, picking up a good kill on a site, but they still look like they're going to go for that mid execution, and we saw the last time it didn't work out too well, but they're actually creeping up short. So could be dangerous, but they still have that player in long, and it's going to be down to the likes of Stavros really to hold on to this. He does have the support from Trouble along, but Stavros is doing the job.
And we'll pick up a second as well, standing in the fire. We'll finally get taken down here, but Nex does secure Syken. And the last, 2 men remaining is Jin and Crisby. Crisby picking up the kill on the Nex, but Trouble will quickly shut that one down. But Jin, he already picked up one. He does secure a second. He's in a one-on-one versus Strux. He's going to be pushing towards catwalk here. And the bomb is actually down towards CT spawn, I believe. So he's going to have to actually run for it here, and he's going to be heard. And this is going to allow Strux all the time in the world to work for this one. And Jin actually being smart. He's pushing through CT spawn. He's going straight towards B. This is a fantastic play, a fantastic read. And he's going to at least secure the bomb. Yeah,
and I like that cheeky little smoke. I think he knew Strux had an AWP there, so just to cover himself off as he got up towards B. So smartly played, and he still has the AWP to go for the peak. So I wonder if he's going to be able to get this shot off the player. Peeks through, and Jin confirms the round for dotpiXels, and they really needed that. Picking up the hat trick, his work on long was sublime. He got down into pit, he was supporting them well. The A push kind of got a little messed up there from the T side, but the rotation, the individual play, kept up by dotpiXels.
Well, I love what they did was, like you're saying, they pushed him into pit, and from there, they all went catwalk instead. Because if you're going to be watching catwalk from sight, you're probably going to be doing it from that long A area. But of course, with Jin there, you're not allowed to really get the angles you want to stop that push from coming in. Yet they're doing the same thing, rushing straight in towards long A yet again. With 3 men there to stack against it, and Elixir will pick up 2. And Stavros will secure 1 as well here, but securing a second. And look at that. They finally go for a big push on long A yet again. They lose 4 men for 2. Now it's all in the hands of Jin a second time.
And I feel that the last time, the reason this worked out so well was mostly due to the fact that the T side forced a bit of a rotate out from the CTs. They came back towards mid. You saw them kind of unsure of where they're pushing.
That time.
Yeah, but obviously in this round they've been double stacking long again, and they've been doing that from the start. But then as soon as we saw the double AWP in play, they put 1 in mid, and then they kind of left at least 1 player on long, on site to watch long. I think it was Alex. I'm not too sure. You can quote me as being wrong on that, but overall, I think that was a nice read from the CTs again to put a good couple of players on long. It seems that it's a fair, decent amount of focus. But once again, we are going to be seeing the Ts up on the eco, a Deagle and a couple of P250s. We shouldn't see too much out of this, but then again, dotpiXels has been doing a fair bit of work through this. So I don't know just yet. And mid's pretty open for the taking. I think Troubly's going to have to come back to kind of keep an eye on that.
This is one thing I love seeing. Watching professional teams play on Dust 2 because of just the reads they have into each other. And Trouble will pick up 1 next. We'll secure 1 as well. Here's Tony pushes in, who gets taken down. Now Jin, again, all in the hands of him. 1-on-5 with a P250 in hand. I'm able to pick up 1 here as he pushes into that B side, but gets taken down quickly by Nex. And I hate to say it, but Nex is just on fire. He's at 17-3 for his team, leading by 6 kills. That is amazing. He's having like the game of his life so far.
I think he's just playing the spot really well. He's been kind of rotating through mid. Occasionally, he'll just sit there by B ramp and just support when necessary. When trouble, he wants to fall back a little. But I just think he's been playing perfectly to the style that dotpiXels are bringing. So we are seeing that 3-2 again. It's generally surmounted in a mid push. I'm not sure if they actually really want to go for that. And you can see the stress on short again coming out from the CT side. They have at least like 2 players around here that they're happy to kind of leave on this and then slowly work towards locking down the Ts. But T-side aren't rushing this one. They're taking their time. They don't really need to. It's a long old round, and they've been going for this fast execution, but now look at this mid-stack. Strugs is here. We've got Alexa with the AWP, so he does get a little tagged up through mid, so you might encourage a bit of a play there, but T-side taking their time as Alex does get a little smoked out, can still get a peek towards at least the top of mid, and we are seeing the push starting to come a little close here. Strugs is just waiting. Going to sit out those flashes. Alex pushes back a little, and probably getting a bit pressured on short. He does go down, but Stavros will be waiting. And last time, he did get a quad kill here, so I'll be surprised if they go for that. I think they're going to go for a little bit of a fake-out, try and pressure in mid. Strugs could have been caught then, but actually double it up, and they're going B. They're going to go all 4 players towards B. Tony got picked up on long, but now it's down to this B push, and I hope they notice Nexus here, because he's in a great position to do some damage.
Well, Strugs will at least look for a first kill here. As nice guy taking out, but Syken again coming up big, picks up the 2 entry frags, opening up this B side. Now it's a 3-on-2, and now it's all in the hands of Lexer and Stavros. Unless they're going to push in through window with the open hand. I won't look for a shot here just yet, and I think they're just waiting this one out right now, trying to buy a little bit of time. Maybe looking for Lexer to get that pick, and he will get taken down, and Syken again picking up 3 for this round so far. Stavros, the last man, gets dropped, and look at that. Syken picking up 4 kills in that round, does secure him their 3rd of this first half. And if he can pull off kills like that every round, dotpiXels can easily get back in this one. I mean, if we look at most maps now, it seems like every map is starting to slowly swing towards being CT-sided.
I don't know just yet. I think it's been a little hit and miss throughout all of this one. But I don't know. For me, let's bear in mind, Syken then just pretty much doubled his score almost. You can't depend on plays like that every single time.
Yeah, of course.
So I think the T-side just needs to kind of step up. I've got to say it to PKD, their rotations and reading into what the T-side are doing is pretty damn impressive. They've been stacking out the correct sides every single time, putting pressure where it's needed. And I just like the way they're doing it. Troubley rotates so smoothly from short towards mid, and even Next does the same when necessary. However, this time, that smoke maybe put them off a little bit, because they have stacked out mid a little more and left A a touch open, but there's still Stavros here, and he seems to be doing fine just by himself.
Yeah, it's more of like a kind of a standard hold out of the CT side, and Stavros can be sitting here towards ramp, edging his way up, looking for that first kill he might need to pick up here, and Pixels are definitely taking their time trying to wind the clock down. Tossin has come in from the backside, so we'll be joining them on this push towards Catwalk, and I wonder if they're going to go from the drop into CT, even towards B side, but here we go. Push coming in, Troubley getting back towards Long A, going to be waiting for his moment. But look at this. I love how PKD are just taking their time. They still have a lot of flashes they're holding on to. Molotov, smokes, flashes all coming in here, and Stavros does spot that first one. But they're all stuck in the smoke, as you can see with the flashbangs. And he picks up 2! He's looking for the 3rd on a Jin. He will get it, but can he get the 4th as well? Going for another quad kill, but Tony will shut him down. And now Tony and Tossin on a 2-on-3. Tossin's still sitting in middle, though, and Tony's all by himself here on this bomb site. And Alexa's going to have an easy shot onto him, and now Tossin, the last one remaining. And I imagine he will at least be able to pick up 1 here, but in a 1-on-2, 5 seconds to go, he's just going to save that gun.
And that flash was so well timed coming out from long.
They were
literally
stuck.
Stavros could just watch them walking out of smoke. It was so beautiful. Perfectly played then. And once again, we've been highlighting Nex a fair bit. I think Stavros needs a little bit of a shout out as well. He's on 14-8. He's been playing the A site so well, considering these guys have quite nicely timed pushes. And look at the buy coming out from the T side. They're strapped for cash, and they just want anything they can possibly get. A couple of AKs in the mix, a Deagle, a Tech 9. Nothing you really want to write home about. And already Long is under contest, as Jin does get 1, but it's a flat 1-for-1 exchange.
And look at this. Finally, Strux changed things up a little bit, actually pushing in towards lower B here. So maybe trying
just getting confident, I think.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You're 10-3 up already in this first half alone, and right now, dotpiXels might be walking into trap. Oh no, Strux is behind, a man behind him, a man up top his way. Will take the first kill on Tossin. The last 3 remain in sword middle here, and Strux picks up a second. Charlie picks up 1 as well, and Tony will be dropped on top of that. So 11-3 now. And I feel like the only area that dotpiXels has been able to successfully really penetrate is that long A. And even then, they have to hope that isn't being double stacked by PKD.
I think that's only ever worked because of Jin doing well or like an individual stepping out, because at the moment it looks like PKD are just the better team. Yeah, they're on CT side, but still, the T's have been struggling throughout. They picked up, what, the turn on the start. They got, I think, the second round.
Yep.
Another surprising round as well after the back of that when they were just on pistols, and then one gun round. They've only won one gun round. That's really not enough against this sort of caliber team. You've got to be hammering it out, and we are seeing round the back side a push coming in from Stavros. He gets the first down. That's Jin looking for the follow-up, but Crispy denies you the P250. And that sort of range is still deadly, and Strugs playing it smart. He waits it out, gets the first, but Crispy again denying 1-for-1 exchanges, leaving in a 2v2. But Alexa and Nex still alive. Two big hitting players. Alexa already living up to that sort of reputation, taking down Syken, and now just Crispy to go, and a comfortable half for the PKD side. 12-3 is pretty much condemning at this sort of point. Bearing in mind, picking up the initial pistol will near on get you to that map point. Very true.
And right now we had Nex finishing off the first half at 19-4 here. We had 15-9 for Trebly, 15-10 for Stavros. And over on the other side, we had 13-14 for Crispy. Picked up 3 frags alone on that last round with a pistol. And then Syken with the 10 kills and Jin with 5. And obviously, dotpiXels, they won't be out just yet if they do lose this map. Obviously, we'll be going on to the second map, which will be really interesting on Inferno. But if they want to have any chance of winning the second half here in this first map and going up in a 1-0 lead, they need to pick up this pistol round.
Yeah, dotpiXels need this start. Getting Strugs that low, considering he was one of the players who bought armor, is perfect. He's already down to, what, 2 HP?
Was that mid?
That's nicely done there. And it's going to force maybe a bit of a change up from PKD, put some more stress on Stavros or Alex to maybe get some, a little bit of the work done. They've got the smokes and flashes for a mid to B play, and let's see if they can make that one stick. Crispy is in their way, but he goes down very early on. Tarsin did find Nex, but look how locked out the CT players are, as they are going to be making their way up towards B, and they've completely broken this one down. It's so nicely done here. There's now 4v3. Flashes coming out. The CT side going to struggle to get back in. These 3 players need to get this done, and the bomb goes down, and dotpiXels are going to be struggling in this round as Stavros does find Tarsin. Jin looks like he's going to fall to the same fate, and Strugs picks up that one. But now Sky in 1v4. They've been locked out. That B execute was perfectly done. But look at the turn of events. Syken trying to keep them in this, but still a 1v2. Troubly's got armor. Alex can go down, but he won't, as Troubly will get the kill, and they still maintain the armor on Troubly. The bomb's down. A lot of money will be in the bags of the T side now, and this could be near on over.
Well, look right now, dotpiXels are doing. They're going for the investment yet again. 3 men with head armor and 2 with Kevlar. They got a couple of 5.7s in there, a couple of P250s. And we saw them do it before here. We've seen how deadly Crispy can be with a pistol alone. I'm going to find out here yet again here. But this time, PKD just going to take their time. 2 scouts in hand, trying to play it long distance. I remember 5th Lane was talking about DreamHack Winner, talking about how people haven't learned how to play against the CZs, not playing long range and using that to your advantage. Well, with the scouts, honestly not up against CZs, but in the save, they will be playing that one the best they can here. And I already pick up 1 kill on a Jin.
Yep.
And Taliesin will secure 1 himself, but Trebly does open up A side actually. No one there anymore. And they will be able to push the bomb straight through here. And Next going to secure 1 with the Tech 9 as well on the Syken. And Thompson and Tony coming in through lower B will be dropped 1 by 1, it seems. Actually, no, Tony does secure 1. Does have a gun in hand now, has the AK, but the decision comes in. Will he save it or will he go for it?
He needs to go for this.
And he will. But this is going to be tough.
Yeah, it will be, considering there's still a scout in play and he's such low HP that nade's not going to help out. They could go to pistols and should pick this up. Troubly's in perfect position. He knows that. He's just chilling out, and Alex will lock it down. So 14-3, PKD looking like they're just the better side right now. I hate to say it, but they look way more on point on this map. I'm not saying that Inferno, we might see a completely different picture, but PKD are playing substantially better than dotpiXels right now.
You have to keep in mind, this was dotpiXels' map choice.
That's worrying.
So if you're going to go into a map that you chose, you better be very confident. And I 100% agree with you. And this push towards B with 4 men straight in is going to be very deadly, because you can see on the minimap, only 1 man there to defend against it. And unfortunately, that won't really be enough here. And Tossin actually will pick up a kill. We'll pick up a second as well here with that 5-7. And that does even things up just a little bit. You can see Alex down to 6 HP. This could be a turnaround here. dotpiXels could pull this off. And Crispy now potentially trying to work in here. As you see, now Next taking a couple of chip shots here as well. Crispy pushing in. 1 man to his left. Doesn't spot him out just yet as Alex does pick up the kill. But Syken again picks up another. And Trebly will be able to secure the kill onto him. But now it's a 1-on-2 here. Trebly all by himself. Does spot that 1 man towards window. We'll get the kill on him as well. Start spraying through the door. But Syken, he could pull this off. He does have that deagle. He does have head armor. But Trebly already has 2 kills under his belt. 50 seconds to go. He does have the bomb. And Trebly just going to wait this out. You can see Syken on the minimap alone. He's sitting in the middle. He's just waiting for that potential rotate towards the A side. He knows he has time.
And let's be honest, Trolley still has 2 flashes, a decoy.
True.
He's got everything he needs really to pull this off. And if he keeps pushing Syken to maybe doubt himself, think, has he rotated A? Is he going through mid? Is he going for the push? That might give away the game, but it should allow Trolley at least to get the bomb down here.
Well, that will give
if
away.
He wants it, that is.
That'll give away the game, though. He knows exactly where the bomb will be planted. And Syken gonna push in here. Is it a fake plant? No, he's committing to this one here. Syken gonna peek around the corner. We'll spot him out. We'll miss the first couple of shots here. And he will drop! No, you cannot afford to miss shots like that. And Troubly picks up a hat trick, picks up the round as well, and gets him on match point in this first map.
It's times like those you hate the deagle. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. And let alone against a player like Troubly who played it out well. I don't think he played it perfectly, but I don't think he needed to. And as you said, 15-3, dotpiXels struggling here. They've really not shown up just yet. Forcing up pretty much everything they can. A couple of scouts, a Famus in there. Nothing great, let's put it that way, as Alex on long could be in trouble, but he's partially flashed. He should be able to repeat this, but he does have the support of his teammates, and they should clean this up quite swiftly as the last 2 players are locked out. Last 1 player, should I say, is next. Did just take down Tarsin. Nice shot from Tony, though. But I think we know the job's done here.
Yeah, most likely. He's trying to go for something. Might actually get knifed. His next charge is straight in. He does get shanked once. The nade will pick him up. So Planetkey Dynamics now coming out with their first map victory. Going on to Inferno with a hefty lead, 16-3. That is a great score. I mean, if you think about the rounds they actually did lose, those were like, I wouldn't say surprise bias, but those were just so well aimed by the opposite side. Obviously, dotpiXels with the turnaround on the second round, then another one a little bit later on.
Yeah.
That was almost a flawless game.
Yeah, the dotpiXels side, what, they picked up 1 gun round, yeah. Not exactly a great display from them. I want to see a little more, that's the only thing, because that's the thing, dotpiXels aren't a bad team. They just didn't really show up then at all, I feel. It was more that, at the time, PKD were just so much better than them. CT side and T side. We didn't really get to see them much on the T side, but I think they proved that they can certainly play it very well. So for me, it's now, can dotpiXels recover by any amount? They could depend on trying to pick up a couple more, gun rounds there, turn a couple of more of these early on, but they need to work out something because at the moment, they're being outclassed. Now, I don't think we can read too much into how even PKD played them because they didn't get pushed at all. They just dealt with it perfectly.
As you can see on the screen, that is the dotpiXel side. It's probably just thinking things over. And, I wanted to talk about this, at least in particular. I mean, we saw a little bit of light in the dotpiXel side. They had some, pretty good rounds, but I feel like it wasn't strategy-based. It wasn't like, oh, they pull off a really good fake or a really good play. They just got some really nice shots in there, and they were able to secure the round. Like, would you disagree with that, or would you kind of agree?
I'm with you on that. And I'm interested to see how it works on Inferno, because you can't just do what they did on Dust 2, I feel. Inferno needs a little more. Curious to see who's starting T or CT side on that one. I want to see PKD on T side. I want to see a little more from them. They had to pretty much close out 3 rounds then, so not exactly much. I think they'll be CT
for this one.
Wow, we look a lot different there.
That's...
Damn, we look...
You turn into a man.
I know, it's that great beard that I've been working on. Fantastic. But yeah, I don't know. For me, I just want to see PKD on the T side a little more, see what they can bring there. Didn't get to see much of them, as I said. And I think they've got potential to show us a hell of a lot here, and they look pretty good, considering. They look strong on CT. They look like they read the plays well. Individually, they look on point. It's just what can they bring on the T side on Inferno if they get to play it.
Well, we'll find out in just a little bit, guys. We're going to head to a quick little break here, but when we come back, Map 2 kicking off with Inferno between PKD and dotpiXels. Don't go anywhere. Hey guys, welcome back to ESL TV for the EPS Germany Winter 2014 CSGO playoffs. We already had 1 map actually happen here between PKD and dotpiXels, and unfortunately, didn't really go dotpiXels' way. It finished off with a 16-4 scoreline.
Yeah,
and now we're going to a more difficult map here for the T side, over onto Inferno, which we'll drop you into right now. And Lauren, any thoughts on this one?
Worry, I think is the main thought. Looking at the history, let's say PKD have played this map a couple of times. They may not be the most proficient team on it in the world, but they've done substantially better than dotpiXels previous to now. I'm trying to think of a point where dotpiXels got over 6 rounds, and I can't find one, even their previous games. So dotpiXels will have to go against the odds here. They do get start on CT side. Actually, no, tell a lie, it's 9th round, I think.
No, they should. Because PKD chose this map, the other team gets choice of sides.
You 100% sure?
Yep.
Alright, that makes sense. Alrighty, I think.
No, that's the way that we've been doing it in all the majors as well. Oh no, you're right. Okay. Well, if you buy flashes in the beginning, you confuse me.
Just messing with you, buddy.
Okay, so you're right. We are having a knife round here.
Yeah. As I said, I want to see PKD on the T side, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get that. I don't know what side they really prefer playing on. It's completely down to team choice.
Well,
so we'll have to wait and see. As back in the day during Raid Call EMS1 and things like that, a long time ago when I got to class with Flaren, he still agreed back then that side isn't everything. It's down to team preference. Some teams prefer the T side. Some teams prefer the CT side.
Well, it looks like they do want CT side. It's funny, though, because German teams have been a little bit different. If you think back to Party Daddlers, before they became Mouse Sports, they used to like CT side on Dust 2 when it's preferred to go T side in the beginning. So it's always cool to see what team prefers what sides, but we'll have over on the CT side PKD. And if you were to give me like a general scoreline on this one, what do you think we got going on for this? Because if you remember, 85% of people out there who voted on CSGO Lounge, who bet on CSGO Lounge, have PKD to win.
I'd say PKD winning and dotpiXels picking up 6 rounds, I'd say. So I think you can do some decent work with pistols, which I think they're going to have to on this. On the T side, I reckon if they can break through on B, a couple of times, I think they could do well. But it's all down to how well they play out the initial pistols as to how many rounds they get. Like, I don't think they're going to win at all, but I think maybe 6, 7 rounds at a push, but then PKD could be really dominant. I'm not sure, but we'll have to wait and see, as I think we are live into this one.
Yes, we are. It looks like it will be a little bit of a split here, coming actually straight towards the B side. They're going for a rush right now, and as you can see, there's only 2 men to receive this one. Let's see how dotpiXels can work around the smoke. Going to come down, but a little bit too late here, and looks like Troubley will get a couple of shots off as Alex does pick up the first kill. The nade coming in, fantastically well plays, as Psyche does pick up the kill on Troubley, and Alex just going to kind of sit back, wait for his teammates to come in, knowing how crucial this pistol round can be in the grand scheme of things. And it looks like he will be dropped by Psyche, but look at this next, just walking in from the backside. He sees Crisby, he's going to get an easy shot on him, but Psyche again picking up another kill, and now it's a 2-on-2.
Still very possible, however, until that just happened. Syken making it a 3, but Nex has armor. He's got 2. He's looking for the 3rd, but it's behind him in dark. He hasn't shot yet. Jin holding his nerve. Oh, and I think he's duped it. I think he's got this one done. Nex has finally been peaked, but the time is running low. He doesn't have a def kit. He's just going to go in for the kill now, but Jin's going to lock it down. Syken with a huge starting round, but let's put it this way, dotpiXels got the plant, they bullied into that site, and that's what I'm saying, that if they get these good pistols, it's a little bit more viable. You can do a lot of work close range with those. You can, bum rush completely into B if you want to, and we're seeing a P90 on Tony, so I'm kind of curious as to where that gets put, maybe just straight rushing it up. But then there's also a Nova in his way. Yeah,
I wonder where Stavros is actually going to go with this one. I'll keep an eye on my side. He's actually going to be towards that B side. They're stacking it out here with 4 men. And honestly, it's a really cool read to have happen, but you can see up against 3 Gills, an AK, and a P90, and Chris, we're taking a little bit of damage here, but it respawns. They're trying to bait them into this B side, I want to say. And next, who will have at least a little bit of information over towards that A site. And Syken, though, 4 kills, pistol round. Fantastic little bit of play, but I want to say that that smoke coming in was a little bit too late last time. Either way, taking their time here, realizing they have a lot of time to work with. Not in a hurry. And Troubley now will peek out.
And trying to be the sacrificial lamb to then kind of cheer on the push, and then hopefully Stavros then will step up, and he does just that. He puts Tony down, but Tarsin finds it back, so now it's pretty even, but on the site, waiting in the smoke is Strugs. He has the P250. Bomb is down. Unspotted just yet. Waits out for Tarsin. 1v4. I think Tarsin might have noticed, but there goes the P250 coming in for Strugs, but there's a player left, a player right. And one behind. He's got 3 to find, not going to do it. And the T side do pick up 2 rounds now, back to back. dotpiXels looking a lot better, but this is still early. We know what it's like to play B. They read it correctly for PKD, which is the important factor. They stacked it out. They played it well. However, T side had guns. They had a couple of rifles in the mix, and they were ready for it. You've got a P90 there. Of course, he's going to do well on B against a team that had basically no armor. So pretty much a clean round coming for the CTs now. Just a one P250 in the mix, and so not too much invested. I think they know this one's near on over, so we should be 3-0.
We should keep in mind that also after the last game, of the ridiculous scoreline of 16-4, dotpiXels had some time to talk things over. They had some time to go over in their heads what went wrong, how to maybe come together as a team and see if they can change things around. And well, so far they've been off to a great start here. Stavros already down to 44 HP. I think he might have seen his gun right there, and that would be a kill on the next here for Jin. Great opening for them.
And I'm interested to see where that Molotov's intended to be used. I don't know if they've got like an actual strategy they're working through here, but It could be curious to see if he actually brings that out in a play, but it looks like Stavros might be
bedroom maybe
if he's not too careful. Stavros is there, and as we said, that molly can be easily aimed up towards it, but Jin just ignoring it, and look at this play. Slowly round towards CT Arch, and they should be able to get a bomb plant, but it's just if they expect maybe Stavros to have pushed up here.
Well, they can tell it looks like a little bit of a stack towards the B site for them, and as we can see, there's currently 3 men there who are now quick on their heels to rotate back towards the A site. But Stavros looks like he might be able to walk his way through. He hasn't been spun out just yet here, but Alex pushing through library. Stavros taking his time. Tossin does get a kill on Alex, though, there. And is he looking for an exit frag, or is he looking to go in for this one? As Trebly now coming around the corner, and we'll have a man to his right and to his left, if not 2 men to his left. And the bomb is taken away. No kits for them. And they're just looking for a couple of frags here. I think Trebly will spot out someone here as he does look like a kill on a Psychic, and they will finally secure one, but Tony does clean that one up. Stavros now coming from the side, trying to minimize the guns that they can save here. Unfortunately, only get the kill on a 1. And he will get the kill on a Crispy as well. He won't get the kill, but he'll get the explosion to kill him and actually make him lose his gun. So great hit to the economy from that. Yeah,
and that's going to make it fairly costly. Tarsin, I don't think, can actually afford a gun on his own, so he might need to be dropped in this. So yeah, nicely done then. From the CTs, even though they lost out on that. Considering it's a completely clean round, they didn't actually have much to them. Yeah, we'll have to see how that comes into effect. No head armor for the CTs. They're rolling out. You know, the AK does its damage how it will. So I kind of understand that one. But still, 3-2 split round from the Ts, just taking their time, not rushing anywhere. First real gun round coming in. We are seeing the AWP in effect. Trebly running with the M4A4, standardizing that one, as is Alex. So where's Alex playing, actually? Both B players actually running with that one, so expecting the little bit of ammo to be necessary. But I'm still waiting to see where this push goes. We've got 2 players fairly pushed up in towards A, and then slightly passive hold towards B, but it's very early in this round still.
Actually, I like how you brought the M4A4 versus the A1 because of the price change. Exactly, it's back to 3,100 now, so we'll see how this one's going to work out for them. And you know, I do want to point this out. You know, now that we have a gun round here for PKD, dotpiXels didn't look that solid strat-wise on Dust 2. And on Inferno, where to me it's more of a strategically based map, you're going to need to be able to pull something out here. And well, right now, up 3-0, looking for a slight push on the B here. But there's still 1 man floating. And that's going to be Jin, I believe, towards the A side. But look at this, Alex sitting in Cubby. And is he going to get flashed in by Trebly?
He's just going to wait it out. Trebly just needs to call when they push through and he can peek out. It's a dangerous position. You can get picked up so easy, but that smoke is perfectly placed. But he does go down to the spam through the smoke. And now Trebly left with a lot of players to deal with. The rotates coming in from CT Arch, but how long will it take? Can he hold them off? No! He goes down, and next is a little too late to the punch, and they should be able to get that bomb down at least.
At least, and Tony picks up a kill and a Strux as well here. Next, pushing through construction, and looks like Stavros will be saving his gun here. And next, he's actually going to go for it, and we'll spot out 1 man towards the box. Gets the count of Tony. That's the op down. And can he get the last 2 men in sight here? We'll get a kill onto another man. That would be Skyen. And now Crispy, only man left in sight here. And he will pick up the kill as well. They could have went for this, but Stavros is nowhere near to help out, and the bomb is taken away here. But next, maybe looking for the kill, maybe looking for a fake defuse. They don't actually, the only kit they have is on Stavros. And they get the final kill here, but they won't have the time to go for the defuse. Next, picking up 4 frags on the retake, and Stavros wasn't there.
That's pretty heartbreaking. Oh. It's against the odds play. You can't be expected to do that, but Stavros, I can imagine the comms were hilarious between those two then, going, you can't do this, just save your gun. And he's already there, like, picking up 3. You, mate. Suddenly he's from London.
Yeah, suddenly.
Or Australia, I'm not sure.
A little bit of both.
G'day, mate.
I want to point one thing out, though. Trebly, when they were entering the site, you saw him pull out a flashbang, but he missed through it. Like, he didn't actually release it for some reason, and that could have stopped him about a little bit of time, but I think it was maybe a little of a mess-up in his part, and that cost him the round.
That certainly could be. And Struggs, I think, trying to get towards that AWP, as does he only have a P250 here? I think so. So,
yep.
Maybe working towards that AWP. He is playing CT Arch, so it kind of makes sense. And we're seeing the passive round again coming in for the Ts. They don't want to rush anywhere. They're slowly building, and it works. They've been able to open up the B site consistently. Every single round so far they've won, excluding that kind of play against, I think it was the 3rd round, where they eventually went towards A with that stack around CT Arch. But it looks like they like B. They're good at it. They've been winning out so far. And it's actually been a switch up of players here, I think, or am I telling a lie? No, Stavros just gave him a gun, so probably still here.
And one thing you mentioned that you really
they're pushing.
Oh, yeah, let's actually see how it goes down here. So we do have 3 men working towards Archway. And Strux will spot them out. Flashbang to come in as well, just to stall a little bit of time. And let's see, with 45 seconds to go here, Next just waiting, looking at him through the smoke, gets a kill on the Tossin right there. Bomb is now down, and this is a fantastic little kill coming in for him.
It certainly is, and look at that play from Next, just holding his own here, but now they need to clean up the rest. They know they're not quite on site yet, because Strugs was there waiting, but Jin takes him down. Nice little pop flash around the corner, and that's going to be Next, picking up another. This guy is dominating right now, but Jin left in a 1v2. He doesn't have the bomb. Now he does. I was wondering why he was doing that, but he could at least take down one more, but he doesn't expect Alex to come around and actually challenge. But that play towards CT Arch was a nice read from dotpiXels because they focused down the guy who only had a P250. However, the passive fallback towards the site was perfectly timed with Next staying active by quad. He was able to hold it, make sure they didn't push through. And then the B players quick on the rotate, coming around making sure they can't go through CT spawn. So it's like really well timed from the CTs to lock it down. They just perfectly kept tabs on exactly where the Ts were going. So there was such little information, but they worked out exactly what they were up to.
And speaking of rotates, you know, one thing you pointed out so heavily in the first map was Trubley rotating around quite a bit from the CT either towards the A or towards middle, and obviously he's been just planted in this B site. So I'm actually curious to see who's going to be the man on the rotate, and I feel like it was Strux there in that one, but either way, push coming in on towards A yet again. Alex going to peek out, and honestly it's a save round coming in for dotpiXels, but they have bought up armor. Nice shot comes in, Alex picks up one, gets a second one as well here, maybe looking for a third, and he will actually get the leg shot, but not the kill, and that will be Tony picking up him. And Next getting a kill on the Crisby, but Stavros coming in from the backside, Tony in a 1-on-4 here with the op in hand. And he's being pushed from behind, or from the front, sorry, as he takes down Strux right there. But again, 3 people left to go here. We want to get the bomb as well, and he has to know someone's here. We'll slowly start to push in, and we'll get the kill on a Stavros now, a 1-on-2. Look at the kill as well. The Next, can he pull off the 4th kill to Trouble, who's actually right behind him? He's looking for the ace, he's looking for the win here, and he will be able to get the bomb. But Trouble coming in through library. It's a matter of time here for Tony. He's got 25 seconds.
He should be able to work out where they are as well. Trouble has consistently played B. I'm surprised he's not checked yet. Is he going to go for... Is he really going B right now? He's got 20 seconds. I don't know how much time he's got,
but he's got to book it.
Yeah, but Trouble can get back here. If he knows that he's not on A, he can get back and watch the cross. The smoke was already used. Tony has nothing. He's going to have to go for the peak and challenge him, hoping Trouble's hit.
Oh, Trouble's not going to challenge, though. 6 seconds to go. He's going for the bomb plant, and he will be taken down. Tony, such a brilliant play out of him, picking up 4 kills, but Trouble saving that one for PKD. Let's take him to their 2nd round now of this first half. But that was still fantastic. Remember, that was a save round out of dotpiXels pretty much. All they had was armor and pistols, and they were able to almost pick up a win.
And now I'm curious as to where this is going. Will that be placed on B for the stack? No, I guess it's going apps or maybe sitting close somewhere on the arch. But you can see the T-side still, a little Strap Cash going to be opting for the double eco to try and make sure they get back into that full buy. They could have maybe forced a couple of mixed guns in this, but they want to just get that clean, nice buy they want here. And PKD happy to challenge at range with those rifles, but already they're in a little bit of a mixed bag themselves. You've got the Swag 7 in there, and just the T-side running in to be mowed down right now.
Let's see Next. I mean, easy flash coming in, does get shot a couple of times. Actually, will blind himself here, but Trouble coming from the side helps him out. Psych and the last man alive, and Planetkey one step closer to even things up here. dotpiXels, we've seen so much great play out of them here so far in this first half. I think, 6 rounds, I think they easily could pull that off on T side. Just up to PKD whether or not they can stabilize their economy, because you've seen shotguns a couple of times now.
Yeah, they're getting rid of that. We're still seeing the Swag 7 with Alexa, but he's been playing B. He can sit close on the in the little cubby on the left, or just by the banana box on the right. So he's got options here. It's perfectly fine to kind of run with this for a while, as long as he gets support from Trouble. I'm curious to see if the T side would anticipate a little lack of cash there, but I think at the moment they're pretty well up on what's going on. The early smoke comes down to stop the play, and I think that was actually from CT Arch, so they do manage to maintain their smokes towards this B site.
Fantastic. It's a nice shot through the smoker there on a Trouble, so it does potentially open up the B site. One thing that I would like to see a little bit more of out of dotpiXels on this T side is use of Molotovs, set inside of B to kind of clear them out and make an easy take. We've seen them been able to open it up just off of pure aim alone, but adding that little bit of, strategy, and you could make it even easier.
But they're so expensive.
True.
The Molotovs are not cheap, regardless of which side you are. CTs may be able to opt for it if they're on a bit of a roll, but certainly not cheap considering dotpiXels just had to double eco. I'd be surprised if they touch that anytime soon. They'd need a couple more rounds. But I do like this read coming out from PKD, just sitting very deep in towards A. It does leave CT Arch a little vulnerable, but you can see the response that coming out from PKD on the B side. They're just tucking in on the sides, playing them keen, because Trouble went down, so they had to rotate Alex over towards B. and they're just going to try and wait it out, wait for the bomb plant, and then maybe play retake. But we'll have to wait and see if Tarsin can find anything, or where they really intend to take this bomb. Because 22 seconds left, they're going to have to make their mind up soon.
Have to A here next from the pit. Picks up 2 big kills on a Tony Engine. He will secure a 3rd as well. Can he get the 4th as the last man's working towards Boiler? And toss it in a 1-on-4 with 10 seconds to go. He's going to have to save this gun here. And like you called it, just sitting back playing passive, it nets next 3 kills. And does get them tied up now at 4-4 here in this first half. Great bit of play. It's so nice to see, refreshing to see that kind of, let's just keep 2 men in the back of B and watch towards CT and watch towards a push in, and 2 men towards the back of A, and that way you can minimize being flanked from the backside from Arch.
Yeah, it was really well done.
Adaptation was great.
It could have gone quite badly wrong, but we are seeing those Molotovs for the CTs as you wanted to see. But the T side, down to the Tech 9s, 2 bits of armor there. Tarsin obviously maintaining the AK from the prior round. But yeah, overall, nicely played out. I like the adaptation. You can tell they've worked things out. Okay, well, if you get picked on CT Arch, if you get picked here, etc., etc. But Tarsin with the AK going in to maybe pick up a double. Oh, how the hell did he get that? It was psychic. Okay, I was about to lose my mind. But Tarsin pushing forward. He's actually pushed PKD pretty far back. He is just bulldozering into it. There is one in there. It is Strugs. But still, these P250s at this range and Tech 9s can do that damage. So perfectly dealt with. dotpiXels have a plan.
And look at this, we have 1 man. It's going to be next pushing in, and Tony right behind him to get an easy kill onto him, and that will give them, it looks like dotpiXels, another round here. Stavros, the last man alive, and a 1-on-4 against the Op Insight. Psyching off the side with the Tech 9, who's just proven how strong it can be here, and he will get flashed out. We'll pick up a kill onto him. But I feel like dotpiXels have secured themselves their 5th round here of this first half.
It seems very much like that, as Stavros is no next. What can you do? But yeah, I'm surprised that they double peaked on Banana. I guess they expected them to be on Eco, but you cannot underestimate those Tech 9s in play. We did have Tarsin still with that AK, so really well done to dotpiXels then to picking that up. But I think that was a bit of overconfidence from PKD coming out.
Yeah, we saw Alex with the Molotov. He threw it down, but the 1 man just rushed straight through it. I think that was Tarsin just went straight through it, picked up the kill to him. And again, it was like a little bit of a late smoke, late Molotov, and they were able to secure the B site. Obviously, we had Strux in the site, only able to pick up 1 kill before being dropped. But even with the 3-man stack, they just got completely mowed over. And when you're, obviously on a little bit of a streak, your economy's looking good, and you're on a complete buy run where their team's on a save pretty much, you can't afford to lose rounds like that, especially on Inferno. Yeah,
it's going to start costing them, and it's proving that B not necessarily is weak, but it's proving that it's an option. I think it was a mistake from the CT side more than anything, just to be a little too aggressive then. But still, it happens. They're still trying to find the pacing of this game, maybe hoping that without the CZ they can apply a little bit more pressure down Banana early on. But the Tech 9s are still pretty good on the move. I think we've all kind of felt the pressure of those. So for me, I think overall, dotpiXels exploiting B site very well. And they've proven they can hit A. I haven't seen a full execute towards A. It seems they like to go their CT Arch. I've barely seen a player touching quad. Then again, Nex is sitting there. I don't think I'd want to either. But they've been able to pressure CT Arch pretty well. Alex has been rarely able to get an AWP beside him, so it kind of makes sense. And they've been doing nicely on dotpiXels. They have a plan here. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, actually, I really pointed that out. The set attacks, the set execution, because even when they have pushed through Arch, they didn't have like set smokes to block off Pit or to block off something else when they wanted to go into it. And we saw Nex pick up 3 kills from that just a few rounds prior. And at least right now, PKD, dotpiXels still very close in this one. Just waiting for the recant to come back in. And just to update you guys, obviously there's been a big, wave of... I don't want to say of bans for some players and stuff like that, but one thing we're doing here at ESL and EPS in particular, we've actually done quite a few things to kind of limit any potential of that. Yeah. We have no internet at the PCs. There's no phones or electronic devices for the players. There's only keyboard, mouse, in-ears, and our headsets allowed. Steam Workshop and Steam Cloud are blocked, and the drivers and configs were sent in beforehand, so we obviously had time to look at them and make sure everything was kosher about them. And of course, everyone is running the ESL Wire anti-cheat client on top of that. So definitely trying to take this serious, not trying to let anything kind of slip by, and definitely kind of trying to rise up to the occasion of all these, claims everywhere going left and right. And
it's peace of mind as well for the players.
True.
You can imagine the frustration and the amount of times people will be starting to get a little questioning towards certain shots, certain plays, and you get frustrated as well because you're like, oh, that's not legit. You know what? Everyone's had that kind of feeling. You're like, screw this, it's not legit. But everyone now knows they're on the same even keel. They know it's fairly even. They know that it's completely fair. And I don't think we're seeing anyone underperforming so far, which is quite nice to see.
Yeah, I really have actually enjoyed seeing next play so far. And Alex, who, if we think of PKD last season, they had CLY on the team, and we know what happened with that one. But Alex, you know, coming up as an AWPer for them, he's been doing a pretty good job so far. He's currently sitting at 7-6, not amazing.
And he's very rarely had a chance to actually test out AWPing on this. Bearing in mind when we was going outside to just see the players and such, I just saw Chris J, and I was having a little chat, see how he was, and someone shouted "Online J," so he can't escape it even at lands. There's certainly a reputation there, but you know, I'm sure it kind of pushed him forward before. He's been quite involved, vocal on social media about the whole accusations, and I think he's proven himself several times to be an extraordinarily good LAN player as well. So everyone who's kind of been pointed out in previous times, if they do come to these events, they have to play as legit as we can enforce. So I think we're doing the best we can to try and negate those issues that were around, but we are seeing a very aggressive start. This is the first time we're seeing an all-in A play.
Yeah, look at this. 2 men have actually pushed towards Archer right, and they're going to go for the wraparound on towards B here. And then 1 man towards Moto. Won't be spotted just yet, but it looks like Alex will pick up the kill. Crisby will turn on to him, but Stavros there to help out. And that little bit of aggressive play has been shut down. Now the last 3 remaining men over towards mid and alt mid.
And the thing I want to see is, does PKD fall back to playing those passive sites? There's still a little bit of a roaming Stavros here, who's sitting in CT, which is fair enough. I guess he maybe expected more at CT Arch. But last time we saw this, so it wasn't... where is Nex went
Nex
down?
is in pit again.
Where is Nex?
Oh, no, he's
not.
on B this
he's
time.
He's on B, so he's soloing B pretty much. A little bit dangerous, but with Stavros playing CT, I guess he's okay. They can spot what's coming out. And let's just hope Strokes can keep up to Nex's reputation.
They've left Arch completely open again. They will have Stavros there to watch for the push potentially coming in, but now dotpiXels, where are they going to attack? Are they going to hit the A site? They do have a smoke for pit this time. They have learned, but now there's a man in Graveyard.
And that's going to be Troubly coming in, does find Jin, but the close play from Tarsin will take him out, but Strugs using the smoke well, but not well enough. Tony peeks up, takes him down, and now 2v2. The bomb yet to be planted, and Stavros spots it and locks it down. Coming in from Library, little pop flash off the wall, and Tarsin now has to do the damage. Gets the bomb. Bomb does go down. 2 players alive. They opt not to push, but let's see if Tarsin can do this. Dodges the flash. Peeks up. Not the best play coming out from Tarsin there. The defuse will come in. The AKs will be found, and Nex does the job. So, nicely done overall. Nice little retake there. Dangerous play. If Troubly didn't get that kill, I think they could have been trouble.
Very true, and that was... At least they got the plan, that's what I want to say. At least they got some sort of bit of money coming in. And the economy for both teams has been very back and forth for the majority of this game here. And just to quickly go over, KDs that we have, Syken at 8 and 9 here. We have 5 and 8 for Crisby. Tony at 9 and 8. And over on the other side, Nex again, 14 and 6, having a standout game, just like he did on Dust 2. And Stavros at 8 and 6. And this time, let's see what happens. And you mentioned last round, they deep smoked Banana. They're going to do it yet again here, but Crisby's going to push straight past it. Yeah,
but this time let's see if they're aware. They've only put 1 player out to the car and slightly slowed down that Molotov. So they've just completely pushed them into this corridor where Alex and Strugs can just mow them down. There could have been danger then, but the small adaptation of throwing that molly slightly later just in front of the smoke just squeezed the T-side in so close that they could do little to nothing. So Tarsin's left alive. He might be able to single out 1 player, Stavros, but the rest aren't too far behind here.
Yeah, I was not even able to pick up a gun here, so just for that Tech 9 to try to run away, maybe try to pick up another kill or 2. And wow, a fantastic shot on Alex, maybe looking for another, but there's a man flanking him. And that will be Troubly coming in from the backside now. Also not looking to really secure this round, but again, could make this a little bit more expensive for the CT side. He will pick up another kill, so at least secures 3 before he goes down in the end of things. And again, these constant hits on a PKD's economy, it's starting to show a little bit. Obviously, they can buy up yet again here, but every kill counts at this point.
Oh, most certainly, and there hasn't been a real standout player. Yes, Nex is doing well, but that's to be expected after his previous performance.
Yeah.
But I'm just liking the way PKD are reading this. I still feel this map can be played out very nicely for a T side. I think that it's not as CT-sided as sometimes the stats used to provide. So I want to see what PKD can do on the T side. dotpiXels have proven that they're substantially better here than Dust 2. But that's not saying much. I think that we've kind of worked that out. But I like the slight adaptation as well from PKD now. Pushing Nex a little further forward. Gonna just try and work out earlier where dotpiXels are actually heading towards, because it's been kind of keeping them in the dark, and you can see the crossfire coming out. Stavros just kind of watching the stairs. Might back away further, play a little passive, and leave Nex as kind of that beacon of hope, but Jin might find him a little early on, and catching him with the smoke out there, but Jin will have to back. He cannot push through that unless he wants to die, and smoke's pretty much everywhere. But they've drawn both smokes out of PKD at B. This could turn around into a B hit soonish.
They do have 1 left on Nex, but he's nowhere in position to really help this out or to get it towards this B side. And look at that, Tossin picking up Troubly yet again here through this smoke. Molly going to come in.
Nice.
And that will buy a little bit more time. As you can see, Tossin down about 8 HP. Syken down to 32. They still have 40 seconds to work with. They still have 2 smokes as well. Sabros getting a nice pop flash in the middle. We'll get smoked out though completely. Then Nate gonna come in and do some damage onto the enemy team. And next we'll pick up a kill as well here. But here we go, the push towards Archway yet again. They still have one man towards B though. And Strux, he's gonna spot them out. I think he was hurt though. And he will drop. Crazy picks up a kill. Sabros coming in, picks up a second onto Jin. And now Crazy, the last man, over towards his A site. And we have Tony working towards B as well, looking for Troubley here. Or sorry, not Troubley, looking for Alex. And with only 10 seconds to go, he's just trying to keep his... he's just trying to pick up the kill here, maybe stay alive at this one. And he will get the kill on the Tony. And now 5 seconds left to go. Won't be able to get the bomb down. And now he's just trying to save his gun here. And look at the Stavros just charging straight into him, looking for the kill. He knows he's behind New Box. And Tony's just trying to play with him. Starts to spray through it, gets the kill. And it will at least save the AK one more round here.
The important kill then wasn't onto Tony, it was the kill onto the guy with the bomb trying to rotate up towards B. It basically stopped Tony being able to get the kill, for one, and get to the bomb site on time to plant. So it was just really nicely played out by the CTs in the end. T-side trying to adapt on the fly, it seemed, at the very point of it, but we do finally see an AWP in play for Strugs here, and it's against an eco, so quite dangerous to run with this, but we're seeing that all-in B play. I think we might see a rush up here. The Molly and Smoke not in play this time. And
they got the smokes down a lot earlier this time than they have previously.
Actually, Alex still does have that Molotov, so if he did want to place it, he could do, just not just yet. It might come out any second now, however, depending on how they kind of feel about this one. Nice little boost up. And they're just expecting an eco push here, just going to leave him as pretty much on his own. You could leave Troubley here to solo it near on if they fancied it. And we will be seeing dotpiXels starting to work their way through towards A, it seems. A couple of players already in apartments. Next, this time, opting to fall back. Last time he pushed in towards bedroom. And I like his adaptation, falling back from quad to apps, now by the truck. And it works very well. He's trying to keep them at range, and we discussed this before. You know, keeping players at range, not keeping them anywhere near you when they're on those pistols, because there is so much damage to be done.
And again, dotpiXels pushing towards Archway here. Strux waiting with the op, misses another shot, unfortunately. And now he will be taken out by Tony, who was able to save the gun from last round, so that might come back to haunt them here as they're going to work in towards the A side. Stavros in pit, looking for a kill behind Truck. Next there as well, looking for Tossin. Unfortunately, won't connect just yet here, but Stavros does get one. Tony picks up another on the Troubley, rotating from the B site, as he's actually in towards CT spawn, and the bomb has made its way in towards the B site. A site.
But the work so far from PKD has been pretty darn good, but Crisby finally takes down Stavros, but Nex is still there, and Nex already has 2. Can he get a third? Jin, though, has the AWP. 1v2. Bomb down and ticking. One to the left, one to the right. He knows where Nex is, but it doesn't matter. Nex comes in, calls his bluff, and gets the defuse, and gets the AWP for all of his hard work there. But in the end of the day, I think we've been seeing why dotpiXels aren't really liking that play towards our bomb site. You know, hitting A has not gone well, mostly because of that crossfire that just seems to happen in pit. Whether Next reads the game well and goes a little further forward is down to him. He's such an adaptable player, it seems, on this one, that he's so comfortable. He's been playing closely at pit, by truck, in quad, in apps. He's so hard to read. And then they have to depend on getting them out of pit every single time because they won't actively challenge.
The thing is, I'm curious why they haven't gone for like a little bit of a split towards B. Leave one man towards Banana, and then they've gotten Archway almost every single round, it seems, and they work from there. And just kind of, you know, go for the pincher move onto the B site. But either way, dotpiXels do have 5 rounds going into the penultimate round of the half. And they do have 2 men working towards A here. Strux picks up the kill on Jin, and Alex trying to stay safe here with the op in hand. And it looks like this B site will be closed down for the rest of this this round here as Crisby now and Tossin rotating back towards A. They do have the bomb, luckily. They have 5 men to kill here.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go too well. Next does eventually go down, however, but Crisby, the game's up. His position's known. He shouldn't be able to get too much further. 2 players left on these sides. We still have the AWP in play. Alex will switch up to the pistol and get the job done in the end. But yeah, just nicely played out by PKD then. Just pretty much as much as I can say, just locking down both sides. Not over-rotating, not over-reading into, you know, the B presence then. And keeping players still on A. And I like the slight aggression coming out from Nex and Co. Getting a little further into apartments, just pressuring the T side. So it could be like a 10-5 scoreline towards the half, I'd say. Just mostly because just the way it's playing out so far. And this 3-man stack down Banana is a little different. They're doing the double stack by car. Last time they did this, they got completely overrun, but look where the T's are heading. They're going straight in towards A, and this might be how they intend to get rid of that pit hold, but Nex already a little switched up, and Stavros gets taken down after only finding 1. Jin breaks through with the double, and that's A open and ready for the taking.
And there will be 1 man, though. Troubley here trying to hold this one as he gets the kill on a Crisby, but now it's a 3-on-3. It's going to be an after-plant situation now. Alex with the op. Troubley trying to get a cheeky shot, but Tony comes up big on the kill. And now they're 2 kills away from getting a 6-9 scoreline here. Zamali comes in towards pit here. Tossing, getting very low, burned to death here as Tony picks up another kill. Now the last man Strucks pushing in, gets a kill onto him. And now we'll be up against Jin in a one-on-one. Jin opened up the site, but can he hold on to it? And he will look for the kill. He gets it! And that will be the 9th scoreline here. dotpiXels playing so much better than they did in that first map.
Yeah, very, very competent stuff from dotpiXels. On the T side, though, if it's going to go the way I predict, they will pick up nothing on the CT side. I, however, think I may be wrong there. Planetkey Dynamics playing well, but I think they got a little overrun at B at times. I wish I'd kind of counted how many times they hit that B site, but, you know, maths is hard. But yeah, they really did work out well. They seem to adapt nicely. I think that we're seeing a slightly more competent dotpiXels. However, this is the first time we'll really get to see Planetkey Dynamics on the T side. They're going straight in. Alex and Nex running with the armor, the rest having the smokes and the flashes. 3 smokes? I'm kind of curious as to where they're putting those down.
Maybe they'll take this a little bit slow, actually. As they do have 2 men pushing in right out of Banana here. Crispy with a nice flash coming in, could buy them a couple of shots. And I think we do have a first kill. Tony picking up the frag onto Alex, and that will be next. Finally responding though. Crispy gonna back away, trying to buy a little bit of time here for his team to rotate around. And as we can see, the 3 men are pushing towards Banana, getting smoke off towards CT spawn. And Crispy will get the first shot on the next. Fantastic little bit of play out of him. And now he'll be forced back on Nubucks. We'll drop to Strux. Now it's a 2-on-3. But look at this Jin. He's pushed up the construction already. And Trubby gonna beat him. Look at this, Jin. Not catching shots just yet, but it has cycled off to his side. Now it's a 1-on-2 here. The flash going to come in. Not really going to do much of anything here. But now it's all in the hands. A 1-on-3 here for Strux. And he will be dropped. Tossin picks up that kill. And that will now tie things, or not tie things up, but get 1 step closer to tying up here at 9-7.
Very important round for dotpiXels. They needed that, and it's kind of weird seeing CT sides winning pistols. It's not what I'm used to, but...
I don't like change.
Change scares me. Yeah, but really nicely done. I thought the T-side kind of had that after the amount of presence they had on B very early on, but the retake was nicely played out by dotpiXels. And we'll be seeing just the P250s, Deagle. No Tech 9s, oddly enough, coming up the T-side. Not fancying that one. But let's see what they can do with these. It might go well for them, but already receiving a little bit of damage with that nade. Not exactly how they'd want to start this out.
Yeah, definitely here, and they have been able to buy up quite a bit here on the CT side. It'll be very tough to crack this B site if they want to go for it. And Crispy, I think they just spotted just the shoulder of him. He will rotate back towards Spools, it seems, with Tony as well here. But nice shot comes in on a Tony, gets him down to about 17 HP right there. But Jin will pick up a kill on Alex towards the A site. And there's still 3 men working towards Banana here in the meantime. This B site could easily be opened up now because of how low Tony is, because of that chip that happened just prior. It looks like Trebly next will lead the charge here.
And Crispy waiting it out. He does have the Famous here, but here comes the play from the T side. Next gets tagged up, taken down. Crispy does a nice bit of play, but Trebly breaking in with the P250. And we already said that Tony being so low could be the detriment here of the CT side, but regardless of that, it looks like the bomb's going down. That is brilliant for the T side, getting at least a little bit of money, but here comes the backup. And CT side are low. If Trebly gets a couple more connections, they could be in real trouble here. Only Tarsin really on any sort of health, and playing in towards the side now. Round the back, there is Trebly still standing tall. Tony did take down his teammate, but Tarsin will lock it out, and the CT side should pick this one up. But at least the T's got the bomb down. They got a kill. Considering they opened up the bomb site with just taking down 1 player, that's pretty impressive. So they've done enough. They should be okay. They could possibly go for an early buy here if they fancy it, but we'll see what they feel like.
Oh, looks like they will go for it here. So, again, a great take coming in, like you're saying before, with pistols. And I just feel like if Trebly maybe hit like 1 or 2 more shots right there, like just literally 1 or 2 more bullets, it could have turned things completely around.
They were so low.
They were so low. And now 9-8 here for PKD. We're going to have the first buy round come in out of both teams here. But look at this. You have 2 FAMASas. You have a couple of M4s mixed in here for dotpiXels. So it's going to be very tough to hold on to this push when you have, what, a Molotov on Trebly. You have smokes across the board, flashes as well. And this is going to be a tough one. We're starting to see PKD, see how they can do on this T side. We've been waiting for it. So they will be smoked up towards B. Trebly picks up a kill on a Crispy over towards the B side as he's peeking out. So that's a nice little entry frag, forcing Jin to rotate around. And PKD with a man advantage here. They have all the time to work with.
And I'm interested to see if they're going to then try and hit A. They forced the rotate out, so it's pretty much 2-2, and I'd say you'd probably prefer your chances on A. You can kind of single out people a little bit easier than the B side, but they will still leave at least, excuse me, 2 players by Banana to keep these guys on this site. Otherwise, you know, the likes of Jin will just back right away towards A. But it's where that bomb goes now. Where do they prefer? I'd like to see an A hit, but it looks like with Alex backing off as well, this could be a bit of a B play Let's see what Stavros can do. He could work his way through CT quite comfortably. Let's see who's standing in the way. It's going to be Jin still there. Smoked off, though. Going to have to back around towards Ruins. And on the site, it will be Tony waiting. The smoke no longer holding them back. The T start to break through, and Next does the opening damage as Jin now 1v4. He's by Spall. He's getting two just in quick succession. Next goes down. Troubley goes down. The bomb may be planted, but these two can easily retake this. But Skyen's so far away.
And the important thing is that Jin stayed alive. He backed away, waiting for Syken to come in. Now we can see two men towards the right side of site, one man towards Banana. Syken going to push in, but will be smoked away. And we'll go for a little bit of a cheeky pop flash as Jin picks up the kill on Alex as well here, pushed in from Construction. Now the two men, one towards Barbecue, one towards Banana, will get dropped by Strux, who's at Barbecue. And Syken can't connect with the shots that he needs to. And look at that. Smart play out of Strux, backing away, realizing he doesn't need to be up there right now. And the fake defuse is coming in. Not enough. Stavros does help hold on to that site a little bit longer and secure themselves a 10-8 lead.
Yeah, PKD building themselves back into the T side now. 10-8. Looking at the scoreboard once again next. You can't ignore this guy. 22-12 already. Very big play. We do see the AWP now in effect, and two players with just a P250 and another pistol. It's not exactly great for the CT side money-wise. Kind of strange them opting for the AWP and then leaving.
This is a lot to invest into a round because Jin has to get a kill or two if they want to be able to hope to win this round.
Yeah, the 5-7's great, but it's dangerous to do this sort of stuff. We'll see what they can pull out of it. Like dotpiXels may be feeling that they need a lot of strain on this round and they do want to get it in the bag. And then already Crispy taking a little bit of damage there on B. Probably not the best, but maybe trying to bait it out to signal to PKD. Yeah, we're on an eco, and actually they do have a bit of a buy going on there. We'll have to wait and see what PKD do. They still got time. They do like to kind of look towards A initially and then just seem to rotate towards B if they do get that pick, which they have done a couple of times here, but no smokes in play just yet. They might have to kind of rethink this one, but breaking straight through towards Quad. They have a great bit of a start towards this as one player quickly makes it towards Pit. Tarsin looking for a little bit of damage, but he's one of the players with a P250. It doesn't matter though. He gets the headshot towards Stavros. And now we're back at a 4v4, but look at the rotate coming in straight towards B. Tony is in a fantastic spot here. Flashes, mollies coming out. If he plays the time correctly, he could get a huge set of kills. I wonder if they're going to check. They will, and Next takes him down, and that should be B open.
Oh, Crazy trying to hold on to this with the 5-7 will be dropped by Nex as well. Now it's on the hands of Jin and Tossin, and Jin hasn't really been successful with that AWP this round. It looks like he will just try to go back and save it. But one thing I want to mention and talk about is I love seeing the contrasting styles of playing CT for both these teams. You know, you had PKD, they kind of sat back. They weren't really trying to go for the choke point at middle. But dotpiXels, as we just saw, had one man on short, one man towards Archway, and they wanted to funnel him into that position. But unfortunately, they couldn't really maintain it or hold on to it. And it's just cool to see that difference in style. You know, PKD more of a relaxed kind of position towards the A site. And now these guns are being hunted here. Toss a nice flash coming in, but Jin will pick up the kill onto him. And it looks like Jin might be able to keep his gun here. As actually you can see there's one man going right behind him, flanking him here. Jin has to turn around, but he gets taken out by Troubley. That's the op now down. Tossin trying to stay alive as he spots out Troubley, and it looks like he will just barely survive with that AK. And again, 11-8 now. Being forced on the save. Tossin has to make something happen with this AK if they want to have a chance at winning this round.
It's going to be tough as well. Pretty much a nice buy-up for the T's. They do have those mollies in play. I expect it to be a B push, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see where they use them. It could be towards bedroom. There's a lot of variation these days with those Molotovs coming through to play. But a 4-man stack, if I'm not mistaken, towards the A site coming out from dotpiXels.
And they have sold their pushes a lot better than dotpiXels were on that T side. As we just saw in that prior round, getting the kill onto, towards A and rotating back around towards B. But look at this. Everyone is pushing towards this A side here. You even have the one man, I believe that's Tossin, going in from Banana here to actually spot them out. Jin boosted up as well. Will he take his time? Will he hit the first shot? Looks like he will be taken down by Strux. Now the push going to be coming in towards A.
Yeah, but they're dealing with him in the apartment, so the push may not be so perfect. As a look in the backside, we do see Syken coming around the back. He should have a clean shot on at least one. He does get one down. That's Troubley gone, and they are making this one hurt. It's a 2v1, but Syken will go down. It was so close to turning, but still, getting 3 guns away, not too bad. But this is when you start seeing that scoreboard difference. 12-8. PKD are really starting to break out here.
Yes, they are. And I mean, they made it as expensive as they possibly could have. But again, just like the flow of money, it just seems endless here for the PKD side. And you have Next now at 25-13. You have Strux at 14-14. On the other side, Tony at 18-16, he was relatively quiet on that on that Dust 2 map, but he's really kind of stepped up here in this one.
Deep smokes.
Oh wow, those nades as well. Pick up the kill on the Syken. Now I'm gonna push in. Jin will be able to secure one onto Alex, and Jin will be all by himself here as he does have a man rotating in from Banana. They have a bomb down as well. And he's gonna push straight in, so I'm looking for a second kill. He does secure it, so now it's a 3-on-4 or 3-on-3 situation. Sorry, as we will see Strux pick up a kill on Tossin, and now Tony. Now he's all by himself at the B side, but he has forced them back. He's forced them to rotate back, and you can already see Tony is already waiting to receive. Sorry, Crisby's waiting to receive.
Well, maybe they feel more damage can be done on the side of B going in a 1v3 against a player like Tony than maybe choosing Crisby on the A site. Maybe less of a viable option to get mowed down there, but Crisby does give away the game. Flashing out, however. He has been mollied. HP gets trickled away as Next does claim the headshot, and now 3v1 Tony. He had such a good shot on B, but now I'm not sure if it's going to work out so perfectly on A as he's going to get the 3 players who are set up here. Troubley already working around behind him. Troubley doesn't get the shot off, actually. Tony will claim it with a nice little headshot there, but I'm pretty sure he knows that there's nothing more to be done in this one.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because if Crisby hit that shot on the Strux, who had the bomb ready into sight, that could have bought them so much more time and potentially a round win. But unfortunately, misses it. Strux gets the bomb down, and now you can see Tony is forced to try to save this gun, which he will be able to.
And I kind of like the way PKD were confident enough. Well, one to lose out on 2 players, but mostly to then rotate. If you work in towards a B site in a 1v3, there's always a chance in those small corridors to just get mowed down. I think every single person who plays this game's felt that pressure going in towards B. That one player can make a big difference. However, on the A side, it's a lot harder to break down, a lot harder to make a completely clean 3-man pickup. So it was just well played out, even though the time was low. They had the advantage. PKD playing it smartly, clearly respecting their opponent as well, playing that sort of game. And it just worked out nicely for them. 13-8 now. We are going to see PKD starting to get closer and closer to match point because look at the buy-up coming out from the CT side. Famus is in play, bits of armor here and there. Crisby doesn't even have that. So a little bit of a lacking buy-up, and this B hit, if they go through with it, could really hurt. Yeah,
they lost the last 4 rounds in a row as well here, so pretty much can afford to buy anything or buy up every single round at this point, considering the scoreline on top of that. But now Crisby towards the side of B, towards oranges. We'll be waiting to receive 2 men who might just take their time and actually push in here next, not being smoked out. And he might be able to get a nice shot at Tony. You can see Troubley there as well. He's looking for the shot with the op. I'm not going to unfortunately get it here. Either way, they will finally commit that smoke. And Tony doesn't even have one. They don't have any more smokes on their side. So once this is gone, that's the B site wide open. But it looks like they will rotate back towards A. So I can boost it up yet again here. And this hit's going to be coming in hard.
Yeah, and they finally have Jin in CT Arch as well, so this could go either way. He's letting them come around a little bit further, and that flash was perfectly timed. Syken picks up the double, Next finally stops the rot, but still, we still have 2 players standing on this A side. The rotate coming in, 1 down Banana, 1 through CT. They're going to work out where these players are, and Jin has made it even better as he picks up the double. Beautifully done, leaving Struggs alive in a 1v4. No HP to play with. He's to back out, keep the AK, and look towards the next round, because that was a lovely A-hold coming out from dotpiXels.
Maybe they should use Famuses more often. I mean, that was fantastic. I mean, like you mentioned, like the flash for Syken.
Timing.
Perfect.
Unreal. It blinded at least 3 of them, stopped them going straight in for the peak towards CT, allowed Jin to fall back a little, played a little deeper by library side, towards site, and it lets, Syken get a couple of kills. It doesn't matter how many he got 2, which was great.
Yeah.
But then the information was instantly there. It allowed the push down from B to come out, and straight away down Banana, straight through CT, and the T side had nowhere to run or hide. They're back on a bit of an eco. A couple of AKs saved out basically by Struggs, but that nade, once again, the nades of Ashes are almost winning this game or losing it for teams at times.
All right, now it looks like they will commit for this B push. You have 1 man towards CT, 1 man in sight here. Tony, who luckily for him does have that M4 in hand. And let's see what happens. The smoke comes in, stops him from pushing straight in. He actually closes it off towards Barbecue, but next, again, a fantastic shot. Crisby now holding from Spools here, just spraying as much as he can here through that. Awesome. And toss it to his left, gonna get taken down. So Alex does open that one up. Sorry, Savros opens that up, but now Syken coming from the backside, 1-on-4. And if he could pull this off, he'd be a hero. But this is gonna give away exactly where he's coming from. And as you can see, will be taken down by Strux. So now 14-9 in Planetkey. They're 1 round away from being on match point here and getting themselves into the grand finals for a 2nd season running. Remember, they won last season. They won the summer season up against Mouse Sports.
Yeah, big reputation to keep up to as well. So, as you said, one more round and they're almost there. But a bit of a mixed bag for the CTs. You know, some Swag 7s, a Deagle, a Famous, and a 5-7. So nothing great, but they at least have armor to try and deal with this. And it looks like the T-side might be going for a quick play towards the apartments. I'm curious as to who's in there. Tarsin with the Swag. He could do some real damage if he gets the right peek. He gets one down. Not ideal, but the players in quad are picking up the slack. Syken picking up next, got a good angle towards Strugs, and he makes that hurt, and this could go either way still. It's a 3v2 hit.
Yeah, it is, and Syken looking for another kill towards Trug, but Trubby does shut him down. Now back to a 2-on-2 here. Crisby with the 5-7, Tony with the Swag 7. I'm going to say Tony will be able to push in from behind them here. And
should at least get an AK, so might be able to do something.
And not to mention, they're not even looking towards him right now. He could have a free shot, but we'll have Pit smoked off. He should be able to push in towards side with the Molly coming in. He goes straight through here as Crispy picks up the kill. Now the last man, Stavros, picks up him. And now it's Tony versus Stavros in a one-on-one here. And Stavros knows exactly where he is towards Truck. Gets the kill. Gets them on the match point now. And dotpiXels, they need to make something happen here in this last round or their tournament hopes could be gone.
That was so close as well,
It
though.
was.
You've got to be kicking yourself for those rounds. And look at the money situation for the CTs. They have little to nothing left in the bank. P250s, nades, and armor. That's pretty much all you're going to get. Maybe a Deagle here or there, but 15-9. PKD now on match point, not just map point. They have it all to do. Nice little deep nade towards mid for Jin. However, not too much else. It looks like it's going to be an A play, and they should be ready for this. As the CT side getting a little aggressive down Banana, they should know where these guys are going, but it looks like they're late to the party as the T side come pouring out of the apartments, and they should be able to get that bomb down rather swiftly as Tarsin can't connect a single shot with that Deagle and nade. Will do a little bit of damage, but not as much as Alex's.
Star's going to push straight into Syken. We'll get taken down, though. And then we'll take it now at 3-on-4 here. Strucks watching towards middle. We'll get flashed out just a little bit as Cripsy rushes straight and gets another kill. And Tony coming from apartments. They very well could do this here. As you can see Tony getting some free shots onto Alex, but he won't get the kill. And now Syken 1-on-3. Looks like he will pick up a kill on the Charlie. It will be dropped right after. And PKD will advance on into the grand finals for a second season running here. But dotpiXels, they look so much better finally after that first map.
Yeah, I just wish we saw more of them on Inferno. Dust 2, not your map, guys, it seems. But yeah, Inferno, brilliant map for them. Really like the way they played that out. Some of their strats were absolutely great to watch, but it just seemed that their economy was never with them. They always looked like they had, you know, a couple of Thermoses here and there, you know, forced down to the 5-7. But overall, I think they did well. I just think that they weren't quite as good as PKD.
Yeah, and they had a great couple of glimmers of like, oh, they could actually be a pretty, you know, strong team in the German region, which Germany's always been really strong with their teams. I mean, Mouse Sports always goes to, you know, the ESL, or not the ESL, the major events. You have likes of Team Alton as well, which unfortunately couldn't be here due to SMN being on the roster prior. But just a little bit more practice, you know, a little bit more, you know, experience might actually be enough to get them to be a top caliber team in Germany.
Yeah, and I want to see now how well PKD do up against Mousesports, basically. A team who can play on that international level, who have picked up, you know, a good couple of maps against, you know, top-tier teams, if Mousesports get through to the finals, that is, as they have an opponent to get through themselves.
Yeah, my KPV, who finished second actually out of Group A, where they did lose out to Planetkey, who plays first in that one. Yeah. And Mousesports, I mean, you look at their roster, just Legija, Chris J, Tabson, Nuki, Alu, just 5 solid players.
I'm excited.
Alu op?
Yeah.
I was thinking of like Chris J opping.
Oh, do you remember last time we watched them? I think it was on Mirage. It was Alu who was the more active AWPer. It was quite strange because we always used to Chris J being the aggressive AWPer, always the guy to kind of, you know, try and pressure, you know, whether it be on short, on Dust 2 with the double stack. But then Alu kind of took his role being the aggressive AWPer, and I loved seeing that. Alu really picking up some beautiful work. So looking forward to seeing if they still run that style.
All right, guys, we're going to head a quick little break here, but when we come back, we're kicking off my KPV up against Mouse Sports. We'll see you in just a little bit.